Kwe, and welcome to the 2022 Powwow Pitch semifinals presented by RBC, Shopify, Meta, and MasterCard. Sunshine Tanasco and Indigenous, and I'm the founder of Powwow Pitch. I will be your host for tonight's Powwow Pitch Knowledge Services semifinal, where Indigenous entrepreneurs from across Turtle Island will be pitching for their chance to be named the Knowledge Service category winner for Powwow Pitch. The winner from the Knowledge Services category will win $1,000 cash and advance to the finals, when we will give away a total of $50,000 in cash prizes to help Indigenous entrepreneurs scale up their businesses. Thank you for joining us. 8 years ago today, I started Powwow Pitch with the vision of combining Indigenous culture and social innovation to create a platform to celebrate, showcase, and spotlight Canada's Indigenous entrepreneurs. Over the years, Powwow Pitch has supported more than 1,000 Indigenous entrepreneurs to take their businesses to the next level. And this week, we will support 130 more. 2022 has already been a landmark year for Powwow Pitch as we welcome incredible partners to the Powwow Pitch family, partners that share our values. Thank you to our presenting sponsors, our silver sponsors, our seed sponsors, and our collaborating partners. With their support, we have unlocked new opportunities for Indigenous entrepreneurs and grown our prize and grant pools to more than $200,000. This summer, 2,400 Indigenous entrepreneurs pitched live at powwows and submitted their video pitches across Turtle Island from nations like the Salish, Inuit, Métis, Cree, Ojibwe, Anishinaabe, Mi'kmaq, and Navajo. We shortlisted the top entrepreneurs from each category and matched them with outstanding mentors in the lead up to this week's semifinals. Every night this week, you'll have the chance to watch Powwow Pitch semifinalists pitch to our esteemed panel of judges as they compete for a place in the Powwow Pitch finals taking place on October 19th. The prizes include $1,000 for the winner of each category, a $1,000 for the People's Choice Prize, a $5,000 alumni prize, $5,000 for third place, $10,000 for second place, and $25,000 for first place. Each semifinalist has 1 minute for their pitch, followed by 2 minutes of Q&A by the judges. Judges are evaluating the entrepreneur's presentation, execution, and follow-through, and the impact winning Powwow Pitch and the $25,000 would have on their business. Join the conversation online tonight using the hashtag Powwow Pitch. Let's begin by meeting tonight's esteemed panel of judges. Joining us this evening is Carrie Batt, VP Business Markets at RBC. Lynn Marie Angus, founder and CEO at Sister Sage and the 2020 winner of Powwow Pitch. Guy Charpentier, Senior Managing Consultant, SMB at MasterCard. And Jim Flett, Account Management at BDC. Meet the Knowledge Services semifinalists. Let's get started.
Do you have unresolved trauma, stress, boredom, or just need more relaxation in your life? I know I answer yes to one of those questions, and I'm sure you do too. My life was changed when I experienced deep healing through a meditation-based therapy, because we all have some sort of unresolved trauma in our life. That was when I was called to embark on a new journey in creating raw pros wholeness and branching off from running my successful art business since 2016. I'm Robyn Prosser, and I am passionate about empowering people on their healing journey through transformative meditation, sound, and art workshops that I offer both online and in my community. My vision is to invest money into a physical space, connect with an online marketer, and a business coach. After seeing consistent growth in my client base, I am on track to double my revenue from 2021 to 2022. Creating a safe, supportive, and welcoming hub will support my clients in building their confidence to take charge of their life, to heal and create their reality. Wherever you are in your healing journey, let's co-create your portal to wholeness so that you can align with your true self. Thank you.
Good job.
Great.
Thanks.
So I'm curious, is this online only right now, or you're hoping to create a hub?
No,
Like a
I
physical
have,
space?
I'm mostly in my community. So I work out of recreation centers, and I'm all over my community and different communities, also online as well.
Okay, so just curious in terms of, you mentioned what the money could do for you, and you said you doubled your revenue. What would those dollars look like? Like, how much have you doubled your revenue now?
Yeah, so June to December 2021 was 3,100, and January to July is 4,700 so far.
Very impressive.
Thank you.
Great. Congratulations, and I really bought your pitch. So effectively, your presentation was very strong. Curious again, just in terms of your online presence, is that going to be the main part of your business, or is it going to be more the physical?
My
online?
passion is community, but I want to make it accessible. My main online program is my meditation mentorship program, and that is fully designed and created by me. So that one I offer both on Zoom, but I do use that with my coaching clients, and I also do group in community centers, etc.
Okay.
Awesome. Do you plan on growing the business with more employees or more team members?
So I do work with sound with someone, and I work with someone who does energy healing. So I'm all about co-creating with people and their skills and my skills, and kind of creating a new kind of thing, whatever that is.
Great job, Robyn. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Your personal brand say about you. A brand is so much more than the clothes you wear. It's the way you communicate, the way you act, and how you present yourself to the world. Your personal brand is an extension of who you are and what you want to achieve. My name is Catherine Baxter, founder of Chic Image Consulting, and I have created my program, Dawn Dalamacine, How You See Yourself, to help you create a personal brand that will reduce your anxiety and discomfort while navigating your life. I'm working with our youth and post-secondary students to minimize stress when networking, interviewing, and socializing, so our future generation look, feel, and communicate like the successful people they are destined to be. Let me help them be their own kind of beautiful to the beat of their own drum.
Would like to understand how you'd invest or put to work the prize if you were to win that.
As the only Indigenous certified image consultant in the world of over 500 and one of 22 in Canada, I would take the $25,000 and I would offer my course, my online course, free to 50 to 100 students in North America. No barriers to entry.
Great, thank you.
Thanks. What does your business look like in 5 years?
Oh my gosh, I've got a team. I'm training other people to do what I do because rising tides lift all ships. I have an MBA, and I'm logic, and I'm very creative, but I also have a good basis in research. So I understand how to plan and how to create and how to follow through.
Thank you for your pitch,
you.
Hazel. It's so nice to see you back again this year. I am
Thank
curious, since your last pitch, how has your business grown?
My business has grown, and all of my followers have grown 200% on Instagram. And I've really got into my rhythm of inspiring others to aspire to new heights. I'm giving micro tips all the time. I'm being of service to the social media platform. So I'm increasing, and I have an Indigenous designer who has also moved through my course. So really incorporating her designs and her well-being and what she's putting into the universe.
Happy to hear it. Thanks again, Hazel.
Thank you.
So as you're targeting youth and post-secondary students, how are you
Yes.
targeting that market? And I guess who's paying for these services? The schools or the students themselves?
Right now, I'm working through funding agencies and finding the money, so there is no barrier to entry for these students. So I've already presented a workshop through one of the ISK programs.
Stress, burnout, addictions, and suicide are at epidemic proportions. By the age of 40, more than half of us have struggled. As a person who grew up in an alcoholic home, I have struggled with addiction, suicide, and cancer. What saved me was a Live Well recipe based in the Indigenous medicine wheel. In 2020, I founded Tina Inspires, created a website, published my book, and delivered keynotes, all in support of helping people live well. The number one question I hear from people, where do I start? What do I do? That's why I created the Live Well box. It's a vehicle to practice living well. The experience is launched with a hybrid box that has physical and digital items, which extends to a monthly subscription and online interactive platform. First phase, B2C market. Second phase, B2B. Projected sales of 10,000 boxes plus subscriptions in the first year, $475K. I would use the $25K for website, creative, box supplies, marketing, and to hire Indigenous youth. This product can improve the quality of life and health of millions. Miigwech.
Yeah, Tina. Woo! That was great.
Woo.
How would you market your Live Well box and the subscription program?
I would push marketing. I haven't done any yet with my existing offerings. And I would hire a marketing company. I would do Facebook and Instagram ads and campaigns and grassroots marketing as well. That's what I've been doing.
Great. My pen ran out of ink as I was writing down all the points that you were making. Who's your ideal customer and how do you reach them?
My ideal customer is women 30 and up. And I've done a marketing research to designate that. I'm also have tribes, Indigenous, addictions, nurses, and cancer. And I've spoken with a lot of them, and I would get to them by targeting through, again, marketing to each individual tribe in that age category.
What immediate challenges are you facing for which you would benefit from support?
Finances and support and specialized resources. I've been a bit of a one-woman show. I've been great with that, but I'm ready for the next level. I've worked hard and proven myself, and I need support. I also want to collaborate with others. I don't want to be the only one successful. I want to work with others and create great things together.
Thank you for your pitch, Tina. It was really great. I love your enthusiasm and your energy. I think that subscription boxes are really the way to go, and especially wellness ones. I think you said you were projecting 10,000 subscriptions monthly. Like that's huge. You're going to definitely need a team.
The initial box is 10,000. Sorry.
That's great. That's amazing.
Pick up the pace, you gotta feel it. Pick up the pace if you wanna heal it. I better pick up the pace with this pitch. Hi, I'm Auroara Leigh with Simply Sacred Solutions, an educational consultant company that I founded when I was finishing my master's degree in 2018. Shame is one of the core reasons most people can't free themselves from their pain. So that's why I've designed Sacred Fire Medicine Tour for communities with music, workshops, and comedy. Creating safe spaces with others is what I'm all about, so that we can uplift a message that being vulnerable and supportive, kind and connecting is the best medicine. There are 2 albums and 4 workshops that come together for a weekend package that I offer communities with a wellness team on tour. Supporting Sacred Fire Medicine Tour means supporting a social movement and innovative outlook on trauma, addictions, mental health, grief, and more. Every community and every person has a sacred fire, and when we build a fire pit together, it can burn even brighter. Thank you.
Can you let us know how are you marketing your business and your services now?
Currently, I have a personal website, but I'm also designing a website for the medicine tour itself. Someone in Kelowna is designing that for me. I'm working on all of the pieces. So I'm finishing my second album right now, which is a big part. I've already done my first album. So it's really been gathering all of the pieces. I do my first music video in October. It'll be filmed up here in northern BC. And I actually have an MLA representative who's going to be the political figure for that role. So that will be the introductory video of the music and what the message means that I can share when going to introduce what we offer to communities.
Great pitch. Love your little ditty at the beginning. I'm just, I guess maybe I'm looking for some clarification on what the medicine tour is. So this is an album, or is it a physical tour? You're traveling somewhere and like performing workshops? Is that what?
Absolutely. So 22 communities in BC. I'll be reaching every language family. So ensuring that with upon scheduling. And there'll be 4 workshops, and the 2 albums are the Friday evening show for 3.5 hours. And so that show is very intimate space. There'll be a registered counselor and co-facilitator with me, and people will be blanketed if they choose to share after each song, which brings up different key elements of things that people may go through.
If you win the pitch contest, what would you use the $25,000 for?
Marketing and branding, that is because I think that it's very important to create comfort in the uncomfortability, and I need a very specific strategy to do that and to implement that and to have it continually rolling out successfully. So that is what I would put that money for.
Awesome.
Great job.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay. Hey, hala, Tansei. My name is Tricia Sawan. I'm from the Driftpile Cree Nation. My Aboriginal name is Kasawayam Koya. It is ancient Cree, and it means nurturer of the people. And it's also synonymous with my unlimited blue sky consulting. Our purpose is to bridge and heal generations through trauma-informed workshops. I have a business and counseling background. I'm a second-generation residential school survivor. I've combined my education, my experience, and wounds and have turned them into wisdom. With the prize money, I would like to invest $5,000 in tech equipment for online facilitation and video creation. And then for the remaining $20,000, I would like to spread that out through 28 communities to provide no-cost workshops. And that allows the communities to get to know me, build relationships, increase awareness of my services. So thank you for your time and consideration of investing in, or potentially investing in, unlimited blue sky consulting. By investing in me, you're investing in the community. Thank you.
Could you just tell us a little bit more about the workshops that you provide and who you're marketing them to?
To urban Aboriginal communities and remote Aboriginal communities particularly. And I offer a life skill series, which are trauma skills, trauma series, addiction series, and communication, especially everybody going through mental health duress and whatnot, and learning basic coping skills and how to handle and manage their stress throughout this difficult time that we're just coming out of.
Thank you.
Great. Question in terms of you allocated the prize money, and I get that, and it's very commendable in terms of the 20 communities that you do workshops in. How does it look next year or the year after? How do you sustain that?
Well, that would initially build relationships. So getting my foot in the door, if you will, building that relationship, creating that face to the community so they feel comfortable and safe because they've already experienced a workshop with me. And now the community would most likely want to explore the idea of various different workshops in reference to, again, addictions, trauma series is a big deal, especially with everything that's going on. And I've been invited after doing a workshop, a sample workshop, I've been invited 3 times to a community to be able to facilitate their choice of life skills to help them through and grow through, like grief and loss is a very big one as well. So I have a huge Rolodex, if you will, or war chest of PowerPoints, and I build off of those and use those to facilitate life skills and create some common common conversations and just getting them through and helping them grow and glow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tricia. That was a great pitch. Good luck.
Thank you.
My name is Vanessa Brousseau, also known as Resilient Inuk, and I advocate for MMIWG2S as my Inuk sister, Pamela Holopainen, has been missing for over 18 years. I started Resilient Inuk Creations in 2021, where I've sold over 400 of these red dress sealskin pins. I quickly realized that I could spread more awareness by speaking my truth and sharing stories. I started on TikTok, where I'm now a verified content creator with over 99,000 followers and 2 million likes. I have been on Global News, CBC Radio, and several local newspapers. I'm focused on being an expertise consultant with an MMIWG2S training program that I developed. This program will provide a step towards reconciliation for corporations, government agencies, education, and private businesses. If I was to win Powwow Pitch, I'd use the money for technology equipment, advertising, and website development. I see this training being provided not only in Canada, but also internationally, as MMIWG2S is an epidemic all over the world. No more stolen sisters.
Good job. Awesome.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
So Vanessa, so far that's very impressive, having so many followers. The red dress sealskin pin, I love that. So what you said you're going to need equipment and website development, and how would you target the groups that you want to get in front of?
Well, I'm currently in consulting with Bob Joseph to see how I could do that and how I could do not just in person, but also virtual, and then expand even to having facilitators do my program.
On the TikTok front, is that going to be an ongoing component of your business, or are you going to shift more attention onto government and corporate and other types of entities?
I'll always keep my TikTok. My TikTok has created me and got me to where I am. And I reach so many people even freely. I'm not about just making money. I'm about creating awareness and making change. So I very much appreciate my TikTok, and that's why I put so much time and effort into it.
Great, thank you.
Do you have plans on growing your team, or are you going to continue with the size that you are now?
I would like to grow my team. I would like to see other MMIWG2S family members also be facilitators when they're ready in their healing at that part. I do have a great connection with these families already. So I could see, I want it grassroots, and I want it coming from the heart, and I want it to be meaningful. So I really want to also boost those women and families and help them, financially as well.
Love it. Great job. Thanks for the work that you do.
Thank you.
Colonization has led us to believe the earth is simply a resource to be extracted from. We've become disconnected from the truth of our inherent worthiness and the power we hold as individuals. The medicine we need during this pivotal moment of time is reconnection. Reconnection to self, to our communities, and to the land. My name is Ariana, and I create powerful containers of growth and transformation with coaching, breathwork, and spiritual healing. I help my clients connect to their unique medicine, develop a deeper relationship to the land, and cultivate the courage to believe they are capable of changing the harmful systems currently at play. In 9 years of entrepreneurship, my business has generated close to $450,000, and with the exception of a $10K grant, it's been entirely self-funded. My ask to you, Powwow Pitch, is to help me turn an old workshop on the land of my new home into a safe and supportive environment. This is where I'll combine my coaching and healing work with land-based teachings to help folks create a life that is more harmonious both with themselves and with the land they live on. Chimigwech.
Great.
Awesome.
Great pitch. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, I like what you're doing here, and I'm just curious, what does your new workshop and your new home look like, and what do you want it to look like?
Well, right now it is a dilapidated building on our land. And what I'm looking to turn it into is a new healing studio where I can run in-person circles, workshops, where I can do drum making workshops. And we're also really going to be working at growing a lot of our own herbal medicines and foods. And I want to teach folks how to become more sovereign with their own food supply and to connect to the medicines rather than just going and buying them from stores, to learn how to grow them themselves.
Amazing. Great pitch. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm curious, where would your customer base come from? Would it be mainly from your own community, or would you see that other people would be attracted to your community as well to come to your workshops and learn?
Yeah, definitely. So first stage would definitely be building more community in my new community. We're going to be moving mid-September, so I have lots of work to do there. And I believe that it's a destination that's already really popular for tourism. So I'm looking at ways to get myself within the local tourism market and to begin to promote myself as offering retreats and things like that. We also have space where folks can stay on our land too.
That's awesome. I think there's a need for that as well in the corporate community. They're looking for, helping employees with reconciliation and learning. So,
definitely.
So from a revenue standpoint, you generate your revenue through a subscription, attendance to your workshops. How does that work?
Yeah, primarily up to this point, the majority of my revenues come from one-on-one services through my coaching, my healing, and my breath work. I do run events and workshops here in Vancouver. Renting spaces and facilities to operate those is quite costly. So that's been a big portion of where a lot of my expenses have come from. And I'm looking forward to having a space where,
Great, thank you.
Good job.
You did really good.
Good luck.
My definition of education is giving someone the knowledge and tools to believe that anything is possible. Sagoli Swagweg, Dayon Kwani Yongets. My English name is Samantha Doxtator, and I am a land-based learning consultant who specializes in teaching life and employability skills that are grounded by traditional values and Indigenous knowledge. I'm thankful to say my business just turned 10 years old this year. And throughout this time, I have traveled throughout southwestern Ontario, into Michigan and New York, facilitating workshops to help nurture special needs for people, including intergenerational gifts. And currently I'm working on my own building, and I have the building, I just need help with the interior, and I'd love for Power Pitch to be part of my story.
Good job.
Thank you.
That was great. Congratulations. 10 years is huge. Congratulations. How are you marketing your service?
I'm like an old-fashioned networker. Usually people do my workshops, and then someone from that workshop reaches out to me. So throughout the years, I've built up a pretty good clientele. So right now, every season, I send out my workshops, and then they just book it. So
Awesome.
I'm not big on social networking, but I'm trying to learn.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Social media basically runs business, especially small businesses at this time. So I hope you invest some time and efforts into that. I'm curious what kind of a team you have working with you, and if it's only you, then do you have other supports, like a support network?
I have one full-time assistant and 3 part-time assistants currently.
Awesome.
And who would most of your clients be for these workshops?
Most of my clients right now are Indigenous organizations from like different First Nation organizations in every department. We've worked with many different departments. Currently, I work with like school boards. I have no limits really on who I work with, but it's mostly Indigenous organizations.
Okay.
How does what you do? How does that actually work? So you help them with all of the things that you do, but what is it exactly that you offer them? other than the workshop? In the
We
workshop?
offer different. We offer different workshops on life and communication skills. We teach budgeting, customer service, but we also teach life skills like gardening, Indigenous diet. We also teach how to be an effective language learner. We teach.
Great job.
Great.
Awesome.
Great pitch. Great answers.
There was a time when my spirit was very sick, addiction and alcoholism arising from intergenerational trauma. The Western medical system failed me at every turn. I finally found relief in my ancestors' ways and alternative healing modalities. Now more than ever, we need medicine keepers. My goal is to create a system of community marketing that utilizes collaborative efforts, templated business and marketing services in a cost-effective way that removes barriers for spiritual entrepreneurs. I'm the owner and founder of Divine Blueprint Branding. I utilize my 16 years as a nationally ranked salesperson in financial planning and digital marketing to develop marketing services for spiritual business owners. I found a way to combine those skills with the gifts passed on to me by my Kokam and Chapam. Through extensive market research, I discovered that what business owners are looking for is simplicity. They want to hand over their websites and automation to somebody else. Divine Blueprint Branding does just that without the big ticket cost. Thank you.
Good job.
That's awesome. Great job.
Thanks.
So what's the immediate challenge you are facing for which you benefit from the support?
So right now, what I'm trying to have done is multi-vendor programming. So each person within the site can actually have their own healer dashboard. And what I have right now is links that'll link back to each individual site and to their courses or their products or their services. But I'd like something where it's streamlined so that they can actually do it themselves, which takes a lot of the onus off of me. And it really frees up a lot more time for me to develop and create other ideas and products and services.
Awesome pitch, Laura. Thank you so much. I loved it. I think like modernizing traditions and bringing that to today and realizing that that's what Indigenous people are really looking for with their needs. Can you tell me a little bit more about the services you provide in marketing?
So a number of different things. Like I said, I had spent a number of years in digital marketing for working for one of the biggest media companies. So I'm well versed in SEO, SEM. I'm going to be doing social media niche campaign marketing. I'm also going to be doing programmatic ads that can geo-target specific locations to promote certain events. So if somebody's in Texas or California or Ontario, no matter where they are, I'm going to be able to serve ads across the internet so that their events can get seen within their specific target area. And even further, because really when somebody wants to promote their event and they have these, beautiful medicine events, people are willing to travel for that. It's going to be an experience. It's going to be something that is going to be able to get medicine global, like in a big way.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you know what it feels like to not feel good enough or worthy of good things? Or what it's like to not see yourself represented in business, politics, or the mainstream Canada? Well, for young Indigenous girls such as myself, that's just a reality, and I want to change that. At Wild Woman Personal and Professional Development, we strive to empower and strengthen the presence, self-sufficiency, and elevate the global stature of Indigenous women. It's my dream for Indigenous women to know they have a seat at the table, that we fit in boardrooms and can thrive in all areas of business, politics, arts, and communications. I'm dedicated to helping women get jobs, carve their own way, sustain self-reliance, and truly thrive. Wild Women has doubled its revenue in a 2-year period. In 6 years, our social media presence has grown up to 40,000 impressions with 3,000 views per video across North America. But we can do so much more. With the investment of Powwow Pitch, I will use the fund towards marketing to expand my reach to help and empower more Indigenous women. It's time to show Indigenous women are here, we are strong, and we are thriving. Invest in Wild Women.
Great, thank you.
Great job.
So just a quick question. You mentioned doubled revenue. So what do you ascribe that to? What was it that you did that doubled your revenue?
Sure. So in 2016, launched the company. In 2018, I actually launched the coaching. So between 16 and 18, I was doing motivational speaking. I was, putting on workshops. I was, hosting different events just to kind of bring and build an audience. So at that point, once I actually launched the company, I then did a survey out to everybody asking them, what would you like to hear from me? At that point, I then put together a transformational coaching series where I actually work with women one-on-one in an intimate setting. So not only was it the workshops, the hosting, the different areas where I was actually influencing speaking, it also then went into a more intensive transformational coaching experience.
Great, thank you.
How are you marketing your business services now?
So what was very successful for me was actually doing Facebook Live. So I was doing them Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So I did it at an exact same time each day where I was able to, get on. People were, jumping in and asking questions live. And then, of course, at that point, I was giving them the opportunity to actually reach out to me to inquire about any of the services that I had. Even if it was just conversations, a lot of it was actually just, serving and showing up in the community. So again, that's how it started. I have done some different email campaigns. I've done some Facebook ads. And of course, just consistently building and serving has been very effective for me.
Enchash Nanaktushin Kakushin Lilwa Ulkan Statlim Kan Uchumilch. I'm here because of the matriarchs who came before me. They blazed a trail and the ancestors cheer me on. My business, Amawilch, to come back to life started June 2020. At the end of that year, I cleared $2,500. In my second year, I cleared $19,000. By the end of this year, I'll have cleared $50,000. This has all been through word of mouth. Many people say, how can we duplicate you? Well, you can't. But what you can do is propel me out into the world through marketing and digital marketing. I am driven to be part of the bigger picture of truth and reconciliation with love and kindness, to see people and to reach out to as many people as I can to start their journey toward a dream of true relationship built on trust, conviction, and allyship. Kukstimkal.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I guess the first question I have is that this is really impressive growth that you've had in terms of the demands for the service and support that you provide. Can you describe that service a little bit more so to understand what it is that is generating this revenue?
Yeah, so a lot of what I do is actually I work with all ages from little infants all the way to administrators. Like I work alongside with the all categories of people in corporations and school districts.
And what specifically do you work with them on? Like just trying to understand how you're working with these various groups, they'd be your client groups. How do you, what is it that you're helping them to achieve?
What I'm trying to really help them achieve is to start this journey on, because they already want to be allies, it's talking about the truth and being kind through it. And I'm also just giving them an avenue to be able to, how to share that out with their colleagues and peers and friends and family.
You mentioned being propelled into the world. Do you have global ambitions for your business?
Yeah, you know what? I think everybody needs to understand what has happened to Indigenous people in this world. And it's so important because we have so many immigrants coming to this country, and they come from colonized countries and they think they're coming to Canada, this great country, and then they're like, oh, it's a colonized country. And so even they need some kinds of supports, and I've been able to be part of some of that. And they feel like, oh, I'm not just disillusioned, right?
Before we just close, I just want to make a quick comment that I'm very proud of this work that you're doing, and it's really important work to have Indigenous voices and experiences to share about how to be a proper ally and not allies defining what an ally is. So good for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Ha matakiapi, Donna Chrisjohn, machiapi show. Iuha chanta washda chizapi. Hi, my name is Donna Chrisjohn, and I am the owner of Eon Consulting. I am Sichangu Lakota and Dana, and what I said in Lakota language is I greet you with a good heart. Did you know that 72% of educators feel uncomfortable implementing Indigenous curriculum in their classrooms? This staggering statistic is the reason why educators continue to teach false narratives, perpetuate stereotypes, and breed racism in the classroom. Eon Consulting is an Indigenous-led education consortium which provides support for teachers to help them implement Indigenous curriculum in their classrooms. We currently offer an immersive program with educational resources for teachers and staff. With Powwow Pitch money, we'll invest in developing a 10-week program which includes content and curriculum development. Pilamiaye, invest in Eon Consulting to teach the truth.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Donna. So tell me, how will you market this service to educators? I think you're in the US and it might be a little different from what we would do in Canada. So.
Sure. I already have advertised with schools on their, like in their advertisements, whether that be at the front of their school or in yearbooks or in different publications such as programming that they offer at their school for sports events or things like that. And then also in the local newspaper. And then I use social media a lot as well.
Okay.
Who's your client? Is it teachers, schools, school boards? Who would you be focusing?
Right. It would be schools and any educational programming that wants to learn about how to implement Indigenous curriculum or perspective in their work.
Great, thank you.
Do you intend on continuing to run the business as yourself, or do you plan on growing the team?
I do plan on growing the team. So my goal is to have this be mandatory across the state of Colorado for every teacher that comes into the curriculum, and then branch out and develop regional programming across the United States.
Thanks.
This is amazing. This is essential. This is so needed. Like you said, racism starts, like it's bred in schools and it's bred at home. I'm curious, like I think this is great, but I'm curious who trains the trainer? And do you have some sort of community consultations about, I know, like I always say, I'm not the authority on indigeneity. So where do you get your curriculum from?
Yes, I often work with community members. So I am a community advocate here in Colorado, but I also grew up in the state of Nebraska. My mom's from South Dakota, so we go home quite often to visit with elders and community members.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Donna. Good luck.
Thank you.
Great.
Hi, my name is Samantha. Hi, my name is Sam Fleshman-Carlick. I am located in Whitehorse, Yukon, which is on the traditional territory of the Kwanlundan First Nations and the Tonquachon Council. I started Simply Significance to stay home with my kids, and it started with just selling moccasins, but quickly turned into so much more. I taught my first moccasin workshop, and it was incredible to see the pride on the participants' faces when they completed their first moccasins. My goal with Simply Significance is to use modern technology and to teach traditional life skills. I send all the required materials to each participant, and then we meet over Zoom for 4 classes to complete a pair of moccasins from beading to fur, with each class being recorded. When I win Powwow Pitch, I will move Simply Significance from my bedroom by acquiring some office space or a studio, and with the total sales of this year already being $20,000 more than 2021, I see this being possible in the next year. That's my pitch.
Good job.
Very good.
Amazing. Love the idea. Really curious to know. So you talked a little bit about your stay at home with your kids, and this was part of it. What else motivated you for this cultural connection to a business idea?
I really wanted to be able to teach everybody how to make moccasins. I think everybody should have the skills and the materials to create such beautiful artwork.
Thank you.
Thanks very much for the pitch, Sam. Can you tell us about the support network around you and any team? Is it just you at the moment, and do you expect that to grow?
It is just me and my husband and my children at the moment. When I have a big order come through for kits, I recruit everybody in. So I'd like to expand and have at least one other employee with me.
Excellent.
Yeah, great pitch, Sam. I'm curious, you mentioned teaching life skills. Do you have plans to do any other courses other than the moccasins? Is there any expansion ideas?
I've already done a pair of mitten workshop last season, so I'll be doing those in the fall as well.
That's great.
Sam, can I just get in a little bit into are you incorporated as a not-for-profit or a charity, and is the core purpose of the not-for-profit to give people life skills making these beadwork and moccasins? So are you incorporated?
So I didn't quite carry. I'm not incorporated, but I'm not putting that out of the table just right now. It's just me.
Thank you. Great idea. Great job. Where'd you learn to sew?
Pardon?
Sorry, I'm going to run out of time. I was just curious. Where did you learn to sew?
I learned by myself and just little tips from everybody else over the years. My first pair of moccasins did not look that good.
Amazing work, everyone. Congratulations to all of our semifinalists who pitch in the Knowledge Services category. Thank you for courageously sharing your passion, purpose, and business with us all. You are all blazing a new trail by sharing your wisdom and support with others. Now is the time we've all been waiting for. The judges scored, deliberated, and selected the winner, and would also like to provide a few acknowledgements and an honorary mention and recognize the entrepreneur who came in third place and the runner-up. The judges would like to acknowledge the important work of Hazel Catherine Baxter, founder of Chic Image Consulting, Tanina Williams, founder of Auroara, and Tina Ruysseveldt, founder of Tina Inspires. The judges would also like to provide a special honorary mention to Vanessa Brousseau, founder of Resilient Inno Creations. Thank you, Vanessa, for sharing your story and the story of your sister who has been missing for 18 years. The work you are doing to raise awareness and understanding about MMIWG is so important, and the Powwow Pitch alumni community would like to thank you and acknowledge your work by contributing $500 to your cause. Coming in third place for the Powwow Pitch Knowledge Services semifinal is Ariana Fotinakis, founder of Ariana Fotinakis Coaching. The runner-up for the Powwow Pitch Knowledge Service semifinals is Donna Chrisjohn, founder and CEO of Inyan Consulting. And the winner of the Powwow Pitch Knowledge Services semifinal, who is also taking home $1,000 tonight and is advancing to the finals, is Laura Mueller, founder of Divine Blueprint Branding. Congratulations, Laura, for moving on to the finals and winning the Knowledge Services category. Great work, Donna, Ariana, Vanessa, Tina, Tanina, and Catherine, and well done to all of our Knowledge Services semifinalists. Remember, if your favorite entrepreneur didn't make it through, you can still vote for them to win the People's Choice Award. The entrepreneur that receives the most votes by September 19th will receive $1,000 and advance to the finals. Visit powwowpitch.org/vote to vote now. Thank you, judges, for your support, excellent questions, and for selecting the winner to move forward to the finals. Please share your final reflections.
Hi, I'm Carrie Batt from RBC, and thank you very much for all the hard work you've put into your pitches. This is my, I think, 4th time as a judge, and it's always so difficult because you always do such a great job. It's great to see so many up-and-coming entrepreneurs. Miigwech.
Hi, Guy Sherponce with MasterCard. Very inspired by the visions that you shared with us today, and very excited to see all the good that you're going to bring based on realizing those visions. Thank you.
Thank you. This is Jim from BBC. Thank you very much for entering our lives and letting us know about your business. It was great to hear what you have planned for the future and what you're currently doing. Thank you.
Hi, Lynn Marie from Sister Sage. It was so inspirational to hear all of your pitching today. I'm so impressed and I'm so excited to see what the future of Indigenous business on Turtle Island looks like. Great job.
Thank you, judges. Thank you to our presenting sponsors, RBC, Shopify, Meta, and MasterCard. Our silver sponsors, the Business Development Bank of Canada, Canada Post, Export Development Canada, the Indigenous Tourism Association of Canada, Jelly Academy, NACA, and Futurepreneur. Our seed sponsors, MyTax, MNP LLP, Sklar Wilton and Associates, Invest Ottawa, the Women Entrepreneurship Knowledge Hub, Sierra, Best Buy, Rakuten Advertising, and Tecumloop's Business and Economic Development. Our collaborating partners, Raven Reads, Native Love Notes, CFDC of CIFN, Indigenous Lift Collective, Entrepreneurs, and Women in Business New Brunswick. Thank you to our mentors, volunteers, and judges for your support in bringing the 2022 Powwow Pitch online and across Turtle Island this evening. Thank you also to our executive producer, Victoria Lennox, and our creative producer, Cyprian Shelenkevich, for bringing our vision to life. A huge congratulations to tonight's entrepreneurs for their passionate and compelling pitches. Thank you to our viewers tonight for cheering on Indigenous entrepreneurs through Powwow Pitch. Let's keep the conversation going using the hashtag Powwow Pitch. Join us tomorrow evening for the Community, Nonprofit, and Education category semifinals, and each evening this week from 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until tomorrow, I'm your host, Sunshine Tanasco, signing off. Miigwech kpijayeg nongom notchig.